Hello and welcome to Being Naked. How are you guys today? Let's begin today. We haven't done this in a little while. So let's begin today just by taking our deepest barriers down, even the ones we don't know about. Push them down, pull them down, destroy and create them. So, as you might have seen in the topic, are you creating your life or waiting for life to happen? I'll be honest with you. I was definitely one of those people waiting for life to happen. As a matter of fact, I've spent most of my life up until now waiting for things to happen to me. Now, that being said, I've had some pretty cool things happen. um, and at the same time, one of the things that we're never taught, and I wasn't taught, and I'm just now really starting to get and learn, is that when you're creating your life, when you're choosing a life that works for you, there is action that is required. There are things that you need to do. Like when I first learned that anything was possible, I believed anything was possible. So that meant money was going to fall from the sky. And um, you know, my knight in shining armor was gonna come and rescue me and save me and, you know, be of service to me for my whole life. So, Christina says, "I found out I can create my life a bit after turning 30. I have a few years on you, honey, but you get it when you get it. So, I got it when I got it, you got it when you got it." Um but yeah, like when we're kids in school, we're not taught that yes, anything is possible and magic and miracles happen, and you do have to be in action. You have to be creating your life. One of the things I use as a metaphor with a lot of my clients is like you're you're asking for the universe or God or whatever to to steer you to take you where you want to go, and yet you're in your boat and it's a sailboat and the motor's not running and you haven't put your sails up. So you've got to either start the motor or put your sails up if you want like the energy of the contribution of the universe. It's also that energy of like how many times have you started to go in a direction and then the door shut and another door opened or a window opened? Well, the only reason the other one opened was because you were already moving in a direction, and then it was like, "Nope, that's not quite the direction I want you to go in. Let's go this direction." Now I say I'm like, you can call it the universe. I would honestly say it's more, what are you wanting to create and what are you wanting to choose? And when you choose something and you're in action, you can go, "Oh, I don't actually really want to do that." Or I tried that, like, or a lot of times, we do things because we think we should do it because our partner's doing it. So let's say you're in a relationship, right? And in that relationship, oh, you're like, for me, for instance, and I was one of these people, my partner sells insurance and helps people with financial planning and tax-free retirement, all that kind of stuff. And I thought because he was doing it, I needed to do what he was doing because that's what good partners do. And like, talk about knowing that wasn't my path because going in that direction was so heavy, and it just wasn't what I wanted to do with my life. But it was like this, like I should, or that's the best thing to do, or blah, blah, whatever. Right. So fast forward, I'm finally going, no, I tried that. And what I'm really choosing is my facilitation business. I love facilitating access consciousness. I love these tools. They've changed so many people's lives. And I love being in that energy. And being able to contribute that. But maybe I wouldn't have had such a clear knowing that this is the path that I want to pursue if I hadn't started in that direction and gone, well, maybe it's this thing over here. I will also say it's easy to get caught up in the sparkly, shiny things. And I'm just as guilty of this. Where you see something and you're like, oh, and a prime example is almost always you will have somebody come to you and say, I have a get rich quick scheme. And they don't call it a scheme, right? But they're like, this is going to make you money so fast, your head's going to spin. Like, cool. um, most of the time we get caught up in the like, oh yeah, that'll be really cool because I'll make all this money and then I could do all this thing and like, but there's not really the do I want to do that? Or would that be fun for me? Or is that the life I really want to create? Or am I looking at it because it seems good, too good to be true? It seems really good, right? Instead of being like, is that actually going to work for me? So, one of the things that I encourage you to do is to start asking yourself, what would be fun for me? And I asked this for years before I started to see some of the things that are fun for me, and they're still being revealed. This is not, I'm not arrived, but it is that space of like, are you willing to ask what would be fun for you and choose that, even if it makes sense to nobody else? Kind of maybe in response to your question ish, not really a question, but sort of. Christina said, still discovering the how part. Yeah, but if you're willing to constantly be going, okay, what would I like to do? What would be fun for me? If I was creating my life, what would it look like? And then begin to follow the whispers, right? Or follow the nigglings that you get, like that say, go here, or try it, get a job here, or do this. Because those whispers are the universe saying, hey, you asked for this, and this is the energy that matches that. Come this way. But they are often whispers. And for you, it's more like, okay, are you willing to follow the whispers, even if they don't make sense to you or to anybody else? And trust that the universe is guiding you to what you've been asking for. That you can start to create your life and choose your life from that place and not from what somebody else is doing or how much money it might make you or right, because the things that you really want to do and the life that you really want to create probably don't have anything to do with those things. Now, I'm not saying you can't have the money. You can have the money too, absolutely, and ask for it. However, what is it that you truly desire? And then can the money be a bonus? Can it be an addition to? Just some food for thought on being naked with Venus Kasperg. I am so grateful for those of you who've been here and listening today. And tomorrow, I have a Being Your Own Boss one-off call. So if you're interested, we'll put the link in the comments and love to have you. Otherwise, have a magical day and enjoy creating your life the way that you want it to be. Bye. You're welcome.